Griffin's chief is a portrait of somebody who's lived his life doing something that it sounds like, just something really repetitive that, that he's been told to do. And that the yearning that he carried inside, where he goes, I wish you could have seen me flying my dreams. The way I laugh when I fly. And I think that's the part where it really just hits you hard, because it's like in a lot of us who live the life thinking that we have more. What we're doing who we ended up, it just somehow falls short of what we could be. Now, all of us are born with potentials, and not all potentials are always realized. But this is a first world problem, but before it used to be that we should just grit our teeth and gratefully accept any work that we get because that sustained us. We had to prioritize surviving over thriving, because surviving was really questionable. It was not guaranteed. So we would do whatever work that we could, and work was good. Any work was good, and it's still true. It's any work is better than no work, and that we need to survive before we thrive. But that being said, for those of us who are lucky enough to live in a developed country, I think that as a society, as a community, as humanity, we're sort of on the verge of moving from surviving to figuring out, okay, so how is it that do we thrive? How can we, as people, figure out a way in which we can collectively thrive, so that each individual member is, contributing, his or her best, and having a joyful life experience. And when a person is in that state, of course our contributions are greater, and we put out more positive energy, and we create greater impacts. And that's really where I think we're wanting to go, with all the talks about like following the passion, and figuring out what you like to do, and having choices for careers, and getting education, so that you can then land a better job, with not necessarily better pay, but just that something that allows you to do what you want to do, something that you enjoy, and still make a good living. But it's still a work in progress that I know that many of us have jobs and careers that we don't really enjoy, or it doesn't reflect like who we are. And I mean, I don't mean to whine about my job or anything like that. I mean, it's I've I had a number of jobs in my life, and each one gets better, and the one I have now is better than ever. But that being said, that yearning, the question is still inside me going, oh, I am not where I feel like I'm giving everything I got. And that sense of thriving, the gears connecting, and wheels turning, it's glimpses of it is just so enticing. And And the reason why I make these videos to begin with is because I don't want to end up my life as just a cog in a big machine. We all do this because we have something to offer, something to give, and we are hoping that our personal needs and the world's needs meet somewhere in the middle, so that we are giving what we can give and what we want to do, and the world is gleefully receiving that and going, wow, this is great, give me more. And that's really where we want to be. And we haven't come up with, as a society, a system that will allow everybody to do that. And I don't that's an ideal, right? I don't know if it's possible or whatever, but I think it's a goal, vision that we want to keep in mind as we evolve. And I know people are doing that. But Soul Chief is about that that question, the feeling that we have going, oh, life is going by and I'm doing something that's not me, and I wish I could fly. And it's just a feeling that we shouldn't forget. We shouldn't bury it too deeply. That it is, I think, a feeling, that energy, we want to allow it to propel us forward, and keep struggling, and keep not keep struggling as in for the sake of struggling, but keep making efforts, keep searching, keep looking for ways, so that each of us can find places and ways of life where we go, yes, this is who I am. I'm giving it everything I got, and I'm making an impact.